Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Steuben County Board of Commissioners meeting for Monday, December 2nd, 2024. First item is the opening of the bids for the snow removal. You have one?
Same one as long as,
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. We have to make a motion to accept that.
Yeah, I will move to approve.
Second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Next item, Mr. Bassett. Good morning.
Morning. Welcome to December. Here are does everybody have the recommendations?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So we put together recommendations for next year. What we've looked at needs to be taken care of. At the top are for the sheriff's office. They're replacing printers that are older. We are looking at buying those out instead of leasing those because we tend to lead a tougher life, okay, in that environment, and we like to, and that's less expensive to buy that size of printer. It's a smaller machine, and we try to use the least expensive way to get things accomplished. So we looked at buying those out. We have one, we want to add a machine that's changed over in payroll. Payroll in the past has always got a hand-me-down machine until the last one. We put a smaller machine there. It doesn't have the functionality that Aaron would like to have, so we want to add a finisher. But what we've actually looked at doing is moving some equipment around. So get Aaron the new machine, but she needs to do her job. Take her machine and move it down to the health department. They would like to have a color copier. They have a color main machine. Their secondary machine is a black and white printer, scanner, copier. They need color in there and a better scanner for what they're putting in the product, and also so they can do color of licenses. So they'd like to have that. So we're going to move Aaron's machine down to that department, and they'll continue the list there. Take the machine that's on lease in the health department, the smaller machine, and move it to the coroner's office. The coroner's office has a very old machine, the oldest in the county, and we'll move that lease over there. So we get multiple uses out of the equipment you already have, so we're not replacing machines in Middle East someplace. And I'd like to just point out that's one of the advantages hopefully we bring to the table is watching what goes on here. And so we're not replacing the equipment before it really needs to be replaced. And we get the best life out of the equipment. So those are the moves that we want to have. And then we are looking at replacing one lease that's up in 4D with a new machine. They are a little bit more expensive this year than they were last time. We had something called the pandemic in between the last time we bought machines, it was 5 years ago on the leases. So there is a little bit of increase there. Questions so far? Anything I've recommended? So I'm looking at possibly, I've talked to the auditor's office about where we're at budget-wise, and it might make sense to go ahead and buy the 3 machines for sheriff's out of this year. So I think we have enough money left to do that. And you can check on that. But I think that may make it easier for the budget next year. Tammy, I've worked with Tammy about the budget for next year, what we'd have to have. This will be slightly above that if we don't bring anything over. And there is, I think, going to be enough left this year to buy those 3 machines. One other, just to make a couple of notes here, just so you know, because I don't think we've ever really had this discussion too much. The commissioners have always put this years and years ago, put the copiers under their budget. And there's a reason for doing that. There's actually about 4 reasons for doing it. One of it, if you own the equipment, the commissioners buy the equipment, and you control where it goes. Just like this, we're going to move equipment around. If you really want to keep that under the commissioners' watchful eye, because that way you can move it as you need it, make fit. You also have the option of each office has a machine that lasts about 5 years. So you're leasing equipment, so everybody's got new equipment on that same schedule. In the past, many years ago, you'd have certain budgets that have more money in it than others, and they get a new machine every 2 or 3 years, and somebody wouldn't have a machine for 5 or 10 or longer years because they couldn't afford it. This way, everybody has new equipment at least every 5 years, unless we have a machine that we can actually live longer. Some places we do that, and that's by managing equipment. Having you do it, for one, keeps machines from different types of machines. So IT, Tammy's office, it makes it far easier for them to be able to watch things because they don't have to deal with a lot of different drivers, a lot of different entities to do it. So there's reasons the commissioners just need to keep that overall under their budget. The biggest thing too is knowledge of the account. Just like this, we can make sure we move equipment around so that you get the best use of the equipment. And in 4D's area, we build the contracts because you get reimbursed a certain amount for that machine. Build the contract a certain way to get reimbursement. So there's just different reasons to make sure that you are watching over the equipment and taking care of it. Okay?
Kelly, that's under the 1138, isn't it? Where that comes out.
I believe it is, yes.
Rock's lease line item.
Yep.
Do you know what that budgeted amount is for 25?
What did we put in there? 85.
That's what you asked for. I don't know if it or better not. That's
Yeah, yeah, I'm not sure. I believe so, yeah. I don't.
Yeah, it didn't get cut.
So.
So anything left in there, we can encumber in the next year or two, offset that difference.
And then under our machinery and equipment line item, am I reading that right? We're down to about 11,000 in that.
Which one?
The 40015 machinery and equipment line item.
Ant's pulling it up.
What's
What
that?
did you say you had?
Well, it just what from the report it shows 11,000. Is that right?
Oh, that's Cume Cap. Which one did you pull up? I pulled up. That's you guys' spreadsheet. How much?
48,000.
Oh, no, the 11,000 will.
11's right.
Yeah.
There's other things coming out of it.
Yes.
To Mr. Bassett's point of buying some of those this year, my thought, since we have this, jail steps needing replaced, was how many of those line items in that 4 category that we clean up at the end of the year, transfer them over into the machinery and equipment line item to cover for the steps. Yeah.
I had that marked also for whatever's
That was
left to
one of
move over
the
there.
numbers I was looking at that was pretty significant. So by making that purchase this year, as opposed to 25, it might not, I guess I'm trying to figure out what that number is going to be that we would be able to put over into that line item through transfers in order to compensate or cover
For the
the
steps,
steps.
we can work on that.
And if it's adequate to do that, then yeah, the purchase seems to be fine to do for this year.
Okay.
But if not, I'd have to push that over until January.
Okay.
At least that's
Sure, that's fine. It's that time of
what
year.
I was looking at, yeah. Where do we push things around and move things to accommodate what we need.
Okay. All right. So we're going to work on that.
A motion including all that?
Yes.
Sure. Yep. If you
What
follow
Will
where I
said,
was going.
right?
I follow where you're going. I'm not
Follow
gonna
where
get
I'm
the exact, items right, but,
Yeah. I mean, there's a number of line items there where there's going to be,
She was writing vigorously.
that are going to be used to the full extent, but there's some of them that won't be, so.
Yeah.
all right, try to make this as simple as possible then. Let's make a motion to approve the purchases for the copiers this year if they can be purchased under what's left in the Q cap for 2024. If not, they can be purchased out of the 2025.
25 budget.
Yep.
You include the contract for 25 then too.
Oh, and include the contract for 2025.
I'll second that.
Okay, any further discussion? Is that clear enough, Kelly?
Clear as mud. Yes, no, I got it.
I think we know.
You know what you need to do.
I know what we need to do.
All right.
All right, any further discussion?
And I know the jail stops.
Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for your help with that. Sheriff, good morning.
Good morning, Commissioner. Auditor. Generator contract repairs, we had all 7 sites checked. 4 of them needed some minor stuff, basically fluid replacement. I think that's just because of time spent running, power outages, things of that such. That's coming out of that funding that I already have for those tower sites on the dispatch side.
Motion, oh, yeah. I'll move to approve all 2, 3, 4.
Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Next thing up is on the jail side, out of my jail budget, the building maintenance would be the approval for the State Department of Toxicology. That's our 1-year maintenance agreement for the breath test instrument. We have funding there as well.
To approve.
Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And the last is an invoice for a radio into a patrol car. Switching back over to the 911 budget. 1235 radio repair. It was a new car build, a particular radio we didn't have. Well, I've been using up, but we purchased these in 15. We had several that we stored. And I'm out of those particular ones, so.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any further? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
One last thing, I'm sorry. I got with Scott. May I use the event center on the 11th of December for a gathering with my office as we did last year? I paid the cleaning fees and I think cleaning fees is it, not a problem. Still have those funding available if that's okay.
Yes.
Need a motion for that, Kelly?
Verbal nod is fine,
I think we got 3 nods.
as long as it's not being used.
We got 3 nods.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kay Clark and Vicki Foster from Steuben County Extension. Thank you. Morning.
Good morning. First of all, I want to thank you for allowing us to have our food stand at the 4-H fair. The kids and the 4-H members get lots of use out of it. But what I would like to do, you have a copy. The green is what I would like to add on for storage. Right now, we have two separate barns out there that we put things in. And we have to walk around to the fair office. It's quite a distance to carry our supplies. And that's what we use them for, is our supplies. And we want to add on to what we have, a 10 by 16 addition, and that is the green section. And it would be used just for the week of the 4-H fair, but it would be our storage and it would be a lot closer and handy for us to use.
And so it would be so much better than the two storage sheds that are sitting beyond the office for the their staff. And we could get rid of those and then just add on to our building, which is currently on a cement slab, but we would make it very beautiful.
It would have to go, it would have to
very
go on a
nice.
cement slab, yes, it'll be a built structure that would add right onto it.
You're gonna remove the 2 sheds, is that,
Pardon?
you're going to remove
Yes, sir.
the 2 sheds?
Yeah, we're gonna remove the 2 sheds.
And Scott, this doesn't interfere with anything else around the area.
The sheds are kind of getting
Yeah,
weathered, so they're.
they've been there for several years. So we're gonna have to replace something and it's better go to one building. And all we'll have in it is 2 refrigerators and then the storage of the food for the week of the fair.
It's actually a win-win situation because it's improving the looks of the fairground by removing the 2 sheds, and it's adding on to our existing building, which is much nicer in appearance if you've been out to the fair and been able to eat at our booth.
Yeah.
We really enjoy serving the community. We have been before the fair board.
Yes.
And we've got some help here, and they've agreed that this would be a win-win situation, but we're appealing to you guys for support on that too.
Questions, comments? Motion?
Move to approve. Second.
Ready?
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
There you go. Good luck.
We're a little ahead.
5:30, yeah.
Go ahead and move to some other business. The claims. Separately, however you prefer.
I'll, motion to approve the claims. And items A through D.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Yeah, payroll for November 29th in the amount of $555,648.71.
To approve. Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye. Aye. Stack on. Yeah. There's several of them.
5 of them.
Yeah. This one.
That is.
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, I'll come down. I gotta come down anyway. Can we go up there? You ready for it? You ready for me? There's
You get in there.
I'm just in the hallway talking, but.
And if you'd like, we can do approval for the November 4th meeting.
Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
That's our regular agenda items. Shelley,
Hi,
are you ready?
I am.
Okay.
Request to transfer some money from a few of our election item, or line items into our machine line item. Angie had told you guys before she got a grant to pay for pull pads, but I think we have to work out the money first if I'm reading my notes correctly.
We're actually gonna do a grant approval.
Okay, oh, well, the transfer was on my list, on my desk. So maybe Kelly knows more than I know.
Looks like it's a grant approval, possibly paid.
Yes.
Yes, which they will pay for it.
Updating the poll pads, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions for Shelley? Okay.
Second.
Any further questions? None, all in favor signify with aye.
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 Awesome, thanks.
Dina, if you're ready.
Excuse me. I'm Dana Stanley from Purdue Extension, and I'm here to request permission to install a monitor on the east wall of the lobby as you are coming in, looking at the elevator right above the bulletin board. This monitor would be used to advertise public events going on in this building. We already have the monitor. We already have the bracket. They are being underutilized, so we thought maybe we'd be able to move them to the lobby. I've talked to Austin, and we would need to run some electrical conduit up so that we don't have a large cord hanging down. And then we would just proceed from there.
Is there power right there, Austin?
Yeah, there's one outlet in that lobby.
Down below.
Would you need to run a data line also?
No, you can put it on a thumb drive,
Okay.
slideshow.
Yep.
As long as the TV has USB.
Yep, TV's already pre-programmed for that, so just a thumb drive and
Larger,
I want to say,
40 inches or something.
yeah, not Not terribly large.
But it's big
Available
enough.
for anyone in the building or any county events could be added to that?
It could, depending on who's sending it. My initial thought was just public events here in this building. But if other people wanted to submit things, yes, we could add other stuff to that as well.
But public events, not just Purdue Extension, anything inside. the-
Correct. So for example, if WIC was having an event with Santa Claus, we could do that. But I wouldn't want to necessarily try to put WIC's hours on there. It's because to update it, you have to update the thumb drive, swap them out and put them in there. So there's some labor to keeping it updated. So I just want to do events and I'm anticipating trying to update it about every 2 weeks so that we're advertising about 30 days out of events.
Probably would be nice then to have some type of policy or procedure for people to, so that there's no question.
Sure.
Why can't I get mine on there? And,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
that type of thing. Well, if everybody has the same set of rules, then
Sure, absolutely.
everybody will understand the process. So I don't have any issue with it for that.
No, I think it's a great idea.
Who would you like me to draft some rules?
What's that?
I said, who would you like to write
Well, I was
that?
gonna say, if you might be, since you will be doing that, I would, it'd be nice to see some type of draft as to what that would look like.
Yeah, okay.
I think we go ahead and get it.
Yeah, I was thinking who else, could maybe help out with that, but.
I just think we'd want to make sure that it's updated, so it's not
Yeah,
rolling things that's a month past.
Yeah.
sure, absolutely. That's my pet peeve as well.
Yeah. I don't think, if there are particular hours for, those aren't gonna change, so,
Typically.
no. So, things like just a location, speaks to everybody's located in a page like that, that's rolling on that.
Sure,
I would think that would be helpful. One, it kind of keeps not just having 2 pages going back and forth all the
Yeah.
time, so.
yeah.
But yeah, I think if there's stuff you can put on there that's not gonna change much, that would benefit the building, I think, I see that,
Sure.
we're gonna do it. So, that makes sense.
Motion?
I will move to approve of the installation of the TV with, and you'll come back to us with a policy that we'll review.
Sure.
Okay.
Second that.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Thanks so much.
Okay. Still on that. Good. Back the other. Item 4.
Did you want?
All in.
There it is. Okay. That's for their FTT too, so I'll make the motion to approve it since I'm the first one on there.
I will second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
That's just approval because they were purchased with a credit card.
Is there a motion for that?
Item number 5, right?
Item number 5,
Yes, I would approve.
second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Rental rates for the auditorium. This round.
But this is where we're gonna have a discussion.
Yeah, this is. That seems to get.
Yeah.
Just those somehow. Talking an 8-hour event in the. Usually not that. Or 75 for 3 hours and 119. For the outfit. $1,070 for an 8-hour event in the multipurpose room. Probably seems a little stout.
I think for what that is, I think our event center, you can rent cheaper than the old, what it is, the old high school cafeteria.
Yeah. We go to a half-day rate and a whole-day rate, just have two.
I would be fine with that. I think, oh man, I just love technology.
See, that doesn't happen with paper.
Well, sometimes they get shuffled.
That's true.
I hit the run button and it just goes 3,000 pages.
So do like,
Are you looking at each individual example here?
actually, the one where I guess I'm more concerned with looking at was the multi-purpose room. Commercial organization that got a little out of hand.
Yeah.
When we looked at it, the last one.
I had a number hang on. So we want to do that up and down the board for the multi-purpose room, right? Not just for nonprofit. So I think we keep the not-for-profit, you got 60 for 2 hours. I think we go 60 for 4 hours. And then, I mean, you want to go per hour for that or then go a whole day? So 60 or 120 for full.
For not-for-profits. Or
Yeah.
you making not-for-profit commercials the same.
I was gonna maybe double it for commercials, go 120 for a half day and then
And leave the
240 for
the
full.
same.
Yeah, we think fees the same.
And the custodial fees remain the same.
Yeah, and then so 120 for 4 hours for commercial, and then or is that two? We reducing too much there, but
So 60 for 4 hours,
120 for the day,
120 for the day,
yeah, for not-for-profit,
for not-for-profit.
and then for-profit, 120 for 4 hours, and then 40 for the day.
I would think we probably need to double that.
So,
I was thinking keep it on like the 475 rate for the entire day. Let's split it up like 300 for the first 4.
you want to go 250 and 500?
Well, we might as well do 250 for 4 hours.
Yes, I'm saying.
Under commercial organizations, you're saying 250 there?
250 for the first 4 hours,
500
and
for
then
the
500 for the day. guess we could define day as what, anything under 10 hours.
Or do we need anything over 10 hours? If we're going to 500 for the day, yeah, it's got to be 10, anything over 4 hours.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's fine, that works.
12-hour day.
Mhm.
I'm checking with Abby this last one. I'm making sure that we didn't have a 12-hour day.
But it'd be covered.
But if we do half day and whole day, once it comes over 4 hours,
4 hours,
it's a whole day.
Just a whole day no matter what.
I might make it easier on everybody.
Okay.
I like that. That works.
So not for profit, 120 for 4 hours, and then 240 the whole day.
But say that one more time.
120 for half a day, and then 240 for a full day.
So it's 4 hours and then anything over
Yeah.
4 hours.
Okay.
And then commercial organizations, 250 for a half day or 4 hours, and then 500 for a full day, or anything over 4 hours.
Okay. And no hourly fee then.
No hourly fee. With custodian.
It's no way. Basically, go ahead.
I would like to see us consider the benefits that these bring to the community. I see it as an opportunity where the county can offer that to these organizations. We would still have control of it. But for instance, the last one I had, parking lots were full out here for 2 days. All those people were in the community, going to restaurants, et cetera. Yet, for no more than they're being used, that doesn't seem to me that that's a big expense for the county to invest there in and the benefit that it brings to the community.
Right. I agree with that, but I think that's, because after the way the old rate system was set up, it I don't think was feasible to, charge someone for that particular, area. I think this will probably get it to where it's comfortable for both parties.
I know where you're going with that. I'm just reaching out to see what more we can do without an added, there is an expense. It's an expense that we would have to some degree anyway, cleaning.
Well, that's all covered, that's all covered under the other,
Yeah.
other, items, because you're still paying for, still charging custodial and, we do have,
I would just like to see if it's available, something that the commissioners want, that they don't have a problem with for some other reason. Step out on the limb there and make, let them have it for nothing. It'll help them. I think it'll help the community.
They can always request that.
yeah, so that could be done
Outside of this.
case by case basis.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've done that.
Mhm.
So I think this sets up, because I know what you're talking about, but if there's another event that's, totally independent, they want to use that, I think we still have to have a reasonable fee for them to use it.
I know, I believe, storm chasers and stuff, I've used that for a classroom in the past, and we've made those fees for that.
Right.
So, various entities have come to us and we've offered to waive, but I think setting those standard rates is probably a good idea.
We can put this on letterhead if you want, and we can put something on there. That waiver of room fees shall be,
Any
request.
changes should be requested to the commissioners.
we can add that on there if you want. Are you wanting just the multipurpose room? fees changed, or are you looking at the auditorium also?
Just the multi-purpose.
I think the auditorium are pretty,
I think those
we're not as,
good shape.
yeah. Has there been any complaints with those?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I think those are pretty reasonable. And when people have it, they're not having it for 5 days or,
No.
right?
So is that in form of a motion?
You want a motion or you want her to rewrite it and bring it back? I will gladly.
She could rewrite it and bring it back to us, and we can just approve it.
Yeah.
We're at the next one.
Yep.
That's fine. All right. It's done. All right, let's go back to Jason. Morning. Second here, yep, back to the table. Yep, I am now. Okay. Go ahead, Jason.
So we're in front of you today requesting to purchase out of the LAPC Fund 1152 out of our supply for $3,102.24. This will be for 2 level A suits for the hazmat team that will be stored in Global Fire in the hazmat trailer.
Question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What was that amount again?
$3,102.24.
That includes $202.95 for tax. And what-
It does, and I'm going to put that a little extra in there just because of the fact that I have some wiggle room that way. The board, the committee went with $4,000 total. Only in case shipping would happen to be a little bit higher on that, or there's a little price change in there. So yes, that does include the tax in there. We are tax exempt through this company. We've ordered from them before, so that should drop out.
Not to exceed that.
I think it should be show that there's tax. So if somebody reviews this down the road and shows that we paid a tax and that.
The girls will catch it when it comes through.
Yeah, the actual invoice, this is just, this is a mock-up so I could get the shipping price in there. So I didn't have my account put in there yet, so it didn't take the tax off there. But like I said, we've ordered from this company before, they'll take the tax off.
So like you said, if we just make it the $3,102, not to exceed that, but not.
Excluding minus the tax.
Excluding tax.
Minus the tax, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to make it a motion in that form, that's fine.
Take a motion?
Yes.
All right, I'll second.
All right, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye. Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jason.
Yep, you ready to go a little early?
Morning.
Morning.
First thing I have for you is 4 NDOT LPA claim vouchers for approval. The first one is claim 18 for preliminary engineering, the amount of $4,208.75. BLN for the countywide bridge inspection program. Second claim is claim number 20 for construction engineering in the amount of $27,889.71. Similar construction point for Highway 200 North. Third claim is claim 11 for preliminary engineering in the amount of $5,738.96. The Lock Taylor Group for bridge number 37. Last claim is claim 53 for preliminary engineering, $538.08 to American Construction Point for County Road 200.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
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 All right, County Road 200 North, we've turned in our claim for the final change order this morning. So getting closer to having that paperwork done, that project finalized. The roundabout,
project, we're down to negotiations with the last property owner. So thank you, Mr. Stecker, for helping us get that ball moving again. Bridge 37, we're still working on our stage 2 plans. Pocobachi South Phase 1 trail, working on our geotechnical investigation. For small structure number 7, we'd like to request approval to advertise for bid. We'd like to advertise on Friday, December 6th, Friday, December 13th, with bid opening January 6th.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And the Community Crossing Matthew Grant 2024-1 paving project, I'll have all that final paperwork turned in this month. That'll be taken care of. And NDOT has released notice that the for 2025, we can once again go after $1.5 million in grant funds instead of $1 million. So I've adjusted what we're going to ask for in January. Like that, and we'll have everything ready for January to apply for the next round of community crossings. The Steuben County fueling and salt barn, the bollards are in, the trees installed. The Oscar Larson's there working on the fuel today. They have 1 day of plumbing work left, 1 day of electrical and testing and software installation upstart. So we're getting closer. Countywide bridge inspection, consultant selection, that's all waiting on NDOT to send us a contract. So that's our end done. Safety grant that we applied for back in September, we got awarded $90,000 for a striping project. So I'll be working with NDOT to get that project up and going, preferably for the spring. Campus parking lot project, I sent you guys a draft for your review and comments. If you ever have time, you just reach out to me and let me know. If you want to see more, we answer your questions.
Could you possibly print out a aerial that has all of those parking areas on it in a larger format?
I'll see if I can, I'll have to send it to a printer, but if I can find one that can print it for us, yeah, I will. I can make it bigger, I just can't print it bigger.
Right.
If he wants to send it over here, we might
GIS,
be able to
GIS
with
ability.
GIS.
I just like to, you know,
Yeah, if you want to send, yeah, I was gonna say, can you send it over
Select the
here?
whole.
Yeah, I can send it to you.
just get a little better overview of it, at least.
Can do. For the 2025 equipment replacement program, we are requesting approval to purchase 1 pickup truck. And pricing the pickup trucks for our 2025 budget, we found Shepherd's Chevrolet in Kendallville to be given the best government discount, and it's sitting in the lot. The unit is $53,322. I actually have the funds available right now because I haven't ran something else. So if you guys want to approve it, let's get a check before we can pick it up.
Yep.
Move to approve. I'll second.
Any further? Hearing none, all in favor, signify.
Aye.
Thank you. So that is, like I said, in stock, so I don't know what, you guys,
With,
how you want.
with Ian and I
Just want me to give
on that?
time for it.
Mhm.
Okay, can do. Give that to you. Then out of the 2025 budget, we're requesting to purchase 1 tandem axle chassis from Stoops Western Star in the amount of $156,387. And to purchase for the upfitting from Collida Trucking in the amount of $164,500. have the funds budgeted in our line item.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
Any further discussion for a $321,000 truck?
You'll be replacing older model and
Yes, we're replacing like a 2008 International single axle.
Is that our last one?
I wish.
How many more do we have left?
After this one, I'll be 3.
oh wow.
It's been a long time coming, but we're getting flipped.
Yes, we are getting them.
All right, good job.
Any further? Hearing nothing, all in favor, signify by aye.
Then I have a,
I have a question. What is the value on those, the internationals after getting rid of them? Is it almost, do you keep one for parts for the other three? Everything.
roughly the value of the truck.
Yeah, I know.
They don't have very much value at all.
Right.
Their first generation of the DEF system, the system that International came out with, they're just not valuable.
Right. That's what I've heard. I guess it's up to you. If you want to keep one for your tech guys, keep one to secure for parts.
I already be doing that. Yeah, it's not good trucks,
Yeah.
but we're getting them going.
All right.
Then I have a request to approve a deer removal contract with our current vendor, Matt Fidlock, for 2 years. He plans on retiring in 2 years. That's what we'll program.
He does a good job.
Yes, he does.
I move to approve.
Second.
Any further? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by aye.
All right.
Aye.
Wait. We actually approved the truck.
Yes.
Yes. You did.
For you.
Andy one can too.
Plan or anticipate you or the highway department then taking that over?
Probably. That'll give us some time to buy some equipment because he's got a pickup truck. He's got it all set up for it. A lot easier if you put a winch in a truck. Take care of it. But what he charges us, we need the extra. Not worth our time.
I was gonna say, that's what I was looking at on here. It's $40 per dead deer removed and $35 for no-shows is what was on that contract.
No, it was up like $5.
It was up $5.
Yeah.
For 2 years.
I want to do it myself.
It's not for the squamish.
No.
Then I do have a request to advertise for bidding for annual bids. We'd like to advertise on Friday, December 6th and December 13th with the bid opening on January 6th.
To approve?
Second.
Any further discussion, questions? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Other than that, we are playing with snow, patch potholes, getting trucks ready, enjoying the cold.
It'll be here for a while, so.
How's the salt doing?
Good.
You guys got it down? We're good there?
Getting there.
All right.
You gonna be around?
Today, yeah. Unless you need me here.
Participate, that may be our discussion.
You want me to stay? 'Cause I can stay.
Yeah, I think it might be beneficial.
Scott, you just need approval for an extra $436, right?
Yes, I know that's under the fire hand, but I want to approve it because it had to the.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Oh, yeah, Scott talked about this with you with us. I will move to approve.
No, that's for his additional,
Voter tracker.
for the voter tracker.
It was my add-on, sorry.
Any further questions? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
So how many cars total this weekend?
201.
201.
Nice.
Last year at the first weekend was 118. So we're way above, so.
How many additional sites do you have this year?
From last year, we probably got mid-20s, probably more.
Yes.
There'll be a few more coming out. There's a couple people on the by there and some still waiting on their products.
Looks good.
Thank you.
Back to other business, item number 7 is our executive session. Regarding contract negotiations.
Individually, or are you just going to?
Well, we can probably do those all, well,
Yeah.
I think we can do those all together.
Second.
That was for all the admin and executive, correct?
Any additional questions, corrections? Favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Several of them there. Great discussion regarding the IT director position. Any discussion, I would probably refer to candidate number 2 and candidate number 3. Would you refer to candidate number 2 or candidate number 3?
I'll go. I was impressed with both of them. I would make a motion to hire candidate number 2.
Second that.
Kelly, is that, or Aaron, does that have a salary range or is it just?
You guys have an actual salary for 2025 per the salary study that was done. So that is what I will,
So we'll say at the rate approved by council.
yes, and I will reach out to her today.
Any further discussion on those?
She's made no additional requests for.
Favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Indicate on the record that we've signed the plats already for the Shoemaker Hill, Oak Acres, and that's Ditch Subdivision, Wildlife Woods, and Barnes Acres. And now there's additional changes to our,
They request additional services, which is gonna cost money. I don't understand the restaking. Restake's gonna be long gone by the time that original easement's approved, so I don't get that at all. And an additional 30 feet on that easement, in my opinion, is starting to affect the use of the remaining property. Chip has more knowledge about it than I do, but
Like to have Chip offer his comments. If you
Chip?
have no objection.
I have no objection to that.
I don't know if Chip wants to offer his comment.
So the current requests are to have the easement re-staked with temporary lap, which again, it's gonna come at charge to the county. And for the temporary easement that was meant to describe the ramp up to the property, to widen from 30 feet to 60 feet. We're not building a 60-foot wide ramp to switches for their irrigation. The department doesn't even use the ramp. They're not gonna drive equipment up the ramp to farm it. They have a very nice field entrance off 200 North, which that's what the farmer uses. Not really seeing the need for a 30 more feet when 30 feet, which is what we described, is what actually describes the ramp that was built to help facilitate access to both their irrigation system and our deer burner.
I don't get it. I mean, I agree with Chip. I don't get it. Just
Didn't you point out, Chip, that right now you're at your limit because of where the sand are in?
We have the easement for the 60 foot they wanted to go across the property. Salt barn's not in that. The bollards that we put up to protect the salt barn is not in that. The 60 foot is there, and we can stay out of the 60 foot with anything permanent. But they wanted the 60 foot for future use, and this 30 foot is only a temporary easement. It goes away the moment that anything's built that provides a grade straight into the property. So I don't understand the request for additional 30 foot.
Our conversations with Mr. Parcell have been very good.
Yes.
Chip's met with him. I've met with him 2 or 3 times, and a couple of those were with Chip. Like you said, I don't understand. They asked us to look at something, they have it redrawn and everything. We've done it, and it just keeps coming up.
And I didn't think about this at the time, but if, if putting LAF where the location of the property, the easement is on their property, because that's what it is. It shows where the north and south edges of the 60-foot is a deal breaker for them. If Roland and Associates want to send me the GPS locations, I can go put those LAFs up without getting charged at the county.
Just put them up.
I can do that. So we don't get charged for it. But if they want Roland and Associates to do it, Roland Associates is going to charge us. If they want an additional 30-foot, which is literally just moving the line on the plat, Roland Associates is going to charge us for it. And it doesn't describe anything. It doesn't describe the ramp. It's just 30 extra feet for what reason, I don't know. And if there's gonna be hiccups about what we stored, we already moved our plows. We're gonna have complaints about what we stored.
So down to what are our options here for.
Either say yes or no.
Is the whole thing temporary?
Now,
Part of it.
I would, from the sounds of it, I would say we're going to decline the request
Yeah, and then if they want to come before us,
that we've already made the necessary adjustments as requested by the property. We're not gonna do anymore.
How much is really coming from Mr. Marshall?
that's why I said we might want, if it's an issue, Mr. Parcell and Benson come before us. And I found him to be very agreeable. He doesn't want any argument. And his concerns, as Chip has explained, really, they don't use it where that right of way was previously. It was to their benefit to move it up there anyway. So they've been using it without the right of way being official. And we took care of that. So it's really confusing.
There's your response to Mr. Benson.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Mr. Parson.
And
Mr. Parcel's behalf.
if needed, if Roland Associates would send me the points, I can go move the lab. At no cost.
I think that's fine if they send it, but I don't understand why that means that we had a deal breaker.
No, I don't either.
I mean, that location means nothing at this point.
Right. Yeah, you can see where it is.
Okay, so
Can you take a motion on that?
motion to decline their request.
Your motion?
Yep.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Hey, aye. Quickly, help me let you get done, right?
Thanks, Jim.
Okay, item number 11, we just need final sign-offs, right?
Yep.
Or the work completed on the jailer.
The motion?
I don't think so. Well, probably approve the signature. Yeah. Approve the signing of the,
To approve this document. Yeah.
Second for that.
Yes, that's it.
Discussion? Not all in favor, signify with aye.
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 Will.
Where I'm supposed to sign it says see attached signature.
Yeah,
She's the last.
and
Oh, is it
we were
the
just
second
discussing that. I would sign off on this one. You can put, yeah. You can put your signature on the third page too if you want.
You can do it electronically, can you? Send it.
Let's go back into it and look and see.
If you need to, just stamp it.
Okay.
Approval of the job description update. So this is as done through the WIS, correct?
Correct. So the personal advisory committee met last week. And this is in line with the salary study and everything that was done this year. So we are just looking for approval of those job descriptions. I know there's maybe some discussions about EMS and how that kind of flows with the job description. So there might be questions there. But everything else, I think, looks okay. I'd like to get those approved by commissioners as well, so we can go to county council and then make sure that we have all the approvals in place before the first of the year, so we can start having everybody sign their new updated description.
Approve. Second.
All right, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Oppose it. 2-1. Okay, RQEW approval. It looks like provided credit for that. Am I correct?
They do it right this time?
Yeah.
I took multiple tasks. And they do have it all there.
Oh, here I see it, credit.
Yeah.
Should be on another document, Kim.
Shows here, it's highlighted there.
That's the original. Back here, there's several pages, there's a 771 credit, I think.
This is what it says. It's May the 11th.
Yep, that's not it.
Well, she says it's been credited. You're showing it as credited, Kelly?
I show a credit on it here for 30771.
Here it is, going back in November the 8th.
Yeah,
Back page, it says 307, it's credit.
It still shows the total of this invoice being, including it, yeah.
This one doesn't, this one shows a outstanding current total of 17,148.24. Shows the current amount is negative 30771.
Yes.
I am not looking at the same one you guys are. Yeah, okay. I'm not, mine wasn't showing. There's where it breaks off. Mine is still showing as positive.
And the new total was 17. Yep.
All right.
So you're satisfied that the
Okay.
30771's
Yeah.
been paid? Or been
No, it's been
credited.
removed, credited,
Okay,
yes.
good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, I'll move to approve.
I'll say.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Yeah. Voice for detail list for 163772. It's for a 2016 Tahoe.
This is Austin's style.
Was this Austin's? Or
Yes.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
Just getting it up to usable. I didn't realize they had that many miles on it.
Yeah, it's like 180, isn't it?
173, yeah.
Which is in our vehicle repair line item.
Did you include this in here? This one? Okay, so you got, assuming you're gonna want that out of building equipment repairs?
But we do have a line item, vehicle repairs, and maybe that's what's left in that.
2757 in your vehicle repair line.
That's
Take it out of there.
Okay, motion.
Move to approve.
Second?
All in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, did anybody have any comments or questions? We can skip over that. Anything further? Ellen?
I think there was, needed to be discussion over the cleaning deposit for the last event that we had. Whether or not that was gonna be reimbursed based on how things were left. And I think, yeah, Austin has the details on that.
Tammy made me aware that there's quite a few messes that were left, popcorn and stickers on the floor. Drinks still on the floor, just things she had to clean up, so. It's on you guys. You
Was
want
there any physical damage that needed to be repaired other than cleaning?
no physical damage, no, but there was cleaning involved.
We charge them for cleaning, right?
It's a deposit.
Deposit.
There
Oh,
was a
I
deposit.
think that's separate. It's a little over $100 for a cleaning deposit. And then I think the other fee is just for the custodian fee in here.
Yeah. There was, was there stuff in the parking lots too?
I didn't see anything in the parking lot, but I know, I think somebody did. If it came from them, I don't know.
is it labeled as a cleaning deposit or a damage deposit?
Cleaning deposit.
With cleaning.
Go back and look at the.
You have to shampoo the carpets or?
There's no carpet down there. But my thing is, if those special circumstances, if you guys waive the fee for the rental,
Right.
at least they could do is make sure it's clean.
Yeah, exactly.
So a motion to keep the cleaning deposit?
Notify them that they won't be getting it back due
Yeah.
to increase.
I will make that motion.
I'll second it. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed the same?
Aye.
Have Abby type memo on that.
Probably have Austin, have somebody write something up from, like Austin or somebody write something up saying what they had to do. That's fine.
Can you forward that in an email to us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else, Kelly?
I don't, do you? Nope.
Network out who's gonna do it, find keepers.
What's that?
You have worked out who's gonna notify the key person.
Yeah. Aaron's got that taken care of.
Okay, because that becomes a public record.
Yeah.
Us to usually want to notify them before it gets to the paper.
Well, they won't know who, no, it's a candidate.
Well, but applications are public records.
Aaron will get it out.
Aaron.
Aaron will get it out before it hits paper.
Barely. She'll do it quickly. All right, anything further? We're in recess. All right, thank you.
Not this Wednesday, and I'm trying to get it in next Wednesday, which is.